Hey everyone, let's unbox and take a look at the Up-Scaled Santa Minifigure by Lego. This is set number 40820, contains 761 pieces, retails for $54.99, and set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. Thank you, Lego. And by first impressions, it looks like a Santa Claus minifigure, and it's bright and colorful. Even the box has got a little bit of holiday cheer on it. Not too bad. Here's the top of the box. We got 1-to-1, so I am guessing everything is printed in here, which is even better. And here's the back, and he can sit, so obviously it looks like he is fully flexible. It means we can twist and turn parts, and he can stand up and all sorts of stuff. Here's the information, and he stands 27.3 centimeters or 10.7 inches tall. That's not bad, huh? Not bad at all. Looks really interesting. Okay, let's see what we have inside here. I'm always kind of curious. I mean, aren't you, to see what's inside the Lego box? I know I am. Here we go. Well, got a lot of paper bags in there, I'll tell you that much. And a printed building guide. Anything else lurking? No, there is not. Well, yeah, we got a big, large building guide. And we'll take a better look at this on the second channel here in a few moments. It just jumps right into bag one. Now, it's paper bags, so let's see if it even has a brick separator. Yes, indeed it does. So that answers the question here. Look at all the bright colors used in this one. This one doesn't look too bad. And we got plenty of numbered bags, so let's see what we have here. Obviously there's a 7. Oh, I found the most important one. We'll hang on to that. Now, why do I go through this? So some people are curious, how many bags are in a set? Even I want to know. The thing about paper bags, they can stand up too. And yeah, so there's 7 numbered bags of fun and excitement. And just by first impression so far, it looks like we're going to be in for a treat. So, I'm not sure how I'm going to break this one down yet. Let's see here. What are my plans for the day on this set here? This is called Build Preview, for those who don't know how I do things on here. I'm looking to see what part we're building first. It doesn't have an index, so obviously we're building the torso. Torso looks like it's covered in bags 1 and 2. And I'm just seeing what we need to do to... Well, bags 1 and 2, obviously, well, 2 starts the mechanism for the legs. So bag 1 starts this. Yeah, I'll have to just, I thought I could break it down into bags and stuff, so... And then bag 3 starts the legs, I'm assuming. So these would probably be mirrors. And sorry you're not get to see the whole building guide. It's kind of cluttered up here right now. And I'm thinking of just doing bags 1 and 2 on just this right here in this installment. 3 looks like it's mirrored, so we just build a reversed image of that leg. It goes on. The reason why I'm showing this is some have asked, so how do I break it down? This is what I'm just doing. This is how I pre-read, so that's it. So it looks like bags 3 and 4, bags 3 focuses on the legs, and bag 4 does arms. So we could do bags 4 on in that. What does bag 5 start off with here? Looks like bag 5 starts the head. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking more of just, I could do 4 build installments. That's what I'm just saying here. we haven't even reached bags 6 and 7 yet. Oh, here's 6. Looks like it's the stocking cap. What does 7 do? Is it just some random bag? Oh, that's how he works. That's his brains in there, huh? And it's all snotted together. But wait, was there actually 6 bags? There's 7 bags. Did I miss something here? Let me go back here and check. Yeah, there's 6. And what does bag 7 do? Lego, did we make a mistake? Because, yeah, I'm thinking 3 installments, but I don't see bag 7 anywhere. It just stops at bag 6. I wish Lego would put an inventory sheet in the front of these, like it should tell you, like, okay, you get 1 brick separator, you have 6 bags and a sticker sheet. A lot of the, I wrote up a few not building guides, but tech manuals that tell you what, like, you got 20 screws, you got 20 hex nuts, all that stuff. They need to do that in here. That's why I do these videos. So I have 7 bags. What is in this? Well, let me find it real quick. Does that make sense? But what's in there? We don't know. We'll have to find out. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to start at right now. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it. We're going to start with bag 1, and yeah, while we're here, we're going to have to figure out what bag 7 goes to, but we'll figure that out later. And yeah, we're going to start with the torso. So all I got to do is say, hey Jay, can you expand on something a bit more? And I'll try my best, but these are not to be construed as professional product reviews. Okay. So I'm trying to show everything as much as I can, but just don't hold my word for it until we're done. These are not how-to walkthrough videos. It's just something I do for fun, you know. Yeah, so let's get going here. And yeah, it's got, look at the colors in this one. This is like an old-fashioned Lego set here. Really just big pieces so far, but we've got a lot of medium and small. And yeah, I'm hoping to get a good deal. Now I was going to do this or the gingerbread house. And I was leaning more towards the gingerbread house, and I thought, well, I got some space on the memory card. I guess I can do it. Do this, and that's what I'm doing. Got about 2.5 hours remaining. So you know what I'm working on now. But that 7th bag, what does that even do? Well, I'll have to figure it out. Maybe it's an alternative build, but it didn't say anything about it in the building guide, so I don't know yet. So I'm going to say probably 3 build installments will be enough. You get this, that's cool. So all the sets, this review here and all my other reviews, they always start off at 10s and we chip away on the score as we go. Usually it's due to build quality, construction, scratched parts, everything gets dinged off at this point. And right now, it's still a solid 10. So for those who want romper room style positive reviews, here you go. It's still a 10. We haven't had anything cave. Now, if this thing started just caving in and falling apart, then yeah, we're going to have some issues here. Let's bring that in a bit more for you. And yeah, so today is the 19th of September 2025. It is Friday, and it is hot, muggy, and miserable. So I got to have something to kind of get my mind off the misery. And after I get done with this, I got to go back on the side of my house. I got to do inventory on brick. I got some spare brick pavers. I want to start paving around my air condition when I had a wall put in between my neighbor and myself, I had to pull some of those out. Now I got to put them back in, and that was a long time ago, and now I'm finally getting to it. I'm just going to go out there. I'm waiting. Well, it's kind of partly cloudy, but I want to wait for the sun to pass today in order to go back over there and do that. Yeah, pretty much that's what I'm doing. Oh, 2x8 brick. Those are rare. Yeah, look at this, a 1x8 brick in yellow. I mean, this has got some very big basic parts that, you know, I kind of wish I could sit on the other side of this table so I could see it like that. Unfortunately, I can't. YouTube needs to have it one day where you can hit a button and it flips the image around. Or a rotation button. Remember back in the day, people used to film videos vertically, and people hated that. Now they got shorts, and yeah. I haven't done any new tutorials. I've been working on a few of them, but I haven't finished anything because I have all these sets right now in my way. And yeah, I'm still trying to get to it. And I haven't seen any printed pieces yet in here. And that's pretty much what it is. Okay, now it looks like we're doing some of the mechanical stuff that controls the arms. Bluish green, that's a color I don't have a whole lot of, so I'm going to hoard that up and slurp it up like crazy. And right now, with everything being locked down here, you know, I can't get this stuff easily anymore. And to my surprise, I had found out I have COVID. That explains why I have been very tired lately. Tired, and my sense of smell, and I got a slight headache, but my asthma and breathing are normal as can be, you know, so I'm just kind of thankful for that one. So I have to self-isolate for a bit. So that's not fun. Self-isolation, isn't that cool? My mom and we're both asymptomatic, and so is my girlfriend. And I never got the shot, which once I get done, I will get it. We're all kind of just like, oh, we're gonna have to deal with this. Yeah, well, that's this life. So what am I gonna do? Work from home, and yeah. Work from home and build Lego sets. Well, I got to do some paperwork and stuff, and I got paperwork to do for Lego, so I get caught up on that. Isn't that cool? So when you're sick, you still got things to do, so I just do them and catch up on some other things. Gets me out to driving out in the fields. I am happy with that. Alright, yeah, you're going to have to mess with Technic here, folks. So if you're wanting to hide from this, you won't be able to go run too far. You are going to have to put Technic together. Yeah, and we got some gears. This is probably the mechanism for the arm. Hold on, is that a... Oh, did I not pay attention? Okay. I got to build two of something, starting with this guy here. That's my fault. Let me go ahead, let me put the brick separator in here, and then I'm just going to go in. I wasn't paying attention, that's my bad. We don't want to do that again, do we? And these are good for making trains and stuff, so if you're in trains, hang on to those. Yeah, so I've been just fighting sleep. Today I'm a little more awake. Everything just kind of smells musty. So if anybody wants to know what COVID's like, there you go, not fun. Well, the staying at home. I mean, I feel fine. The other thing I had was a head cold, because we had a nasty dust storm and it was raining out here. Of course, that could have been it, but I just feel great now. Just got to survive. So when you're building this set, you're going to have sub steps. You're going to have a lot of steps. So here's the deal. Take your time. Take your time. Okay. Don't need to rush through this. This is a holiday set. Now, if it was a Star Wars set, I'd be trying to get through it quickly, but this one here, I am taking my merry time on. And yeah, lime green. That's not a bad color to grab a hold of, especially in Technic. Technic, they need to bring out Technic sets in these bright, vibrant colors. That's why I never cared much for them. It's like, yeah, I kind of stay away from those. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here today. I always like to keep these a little loose for, so I don't have any friction in there. Speaking of Technic, I don't really buy a whole lot of Technic sets. That don't go like that, Jay. But I got a lot of... Okay, go for a ride then. I got a whole bunch of Technic sets that I need to... or Technic parts I really need to go through. I know somebody who just gets rid of their Technic, and I'm like, why? Okay, stick that in there. Huh. That tells me to put it in between those. But it's dead stopped. Oh, okay. Okay, you can't get yours in. You're going to have to rotate these outer ones a little bit for those to fit. So I think these are going to be friction for the arms. That one fit in perfect there. And then after that, we got to put them on the little shelf things here. Like this. Let's see. Remember, wiggle? Wiggle it in. Oh, this thing's starting to cave in down here. So be careful with that. And it started buckling there. So I'm going to start with this in here first. Alright, a 9.5 it is. It's already fallen apart. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Yeah, it's just coming apart now. You may want to have somebody help you with this. I'm solo, so I don't get help. I have to do it all myself. Alright, those weren't too fun. After that... No, we're not done yet. We're still there. We're still working on this. What I'm gathering is this is not a collaborative build, sadly. So if you're looking for something to do with the kids, I don't think this one is it. But I don't know what that mystery bag is for. We're going to have to work our way up to the prize. Maybe that's just some random bag of parts they gave us. We don't know. They may have them not numbered in order. I just breezed through the book, so I have no clue what it is. They could have just randomly thrown something here. But we know it's the bright parts because I wouldn't be able to build this if it was. And yes, I've gotten sets where they were missing bags, and they gave me like 3 bag number 1s, and there was only supposed to be 1 bag number 1. That kind of thing. So it's hard to say. And then we shove these in here. Technic. Yummy. I bet you guys and gals are just wanting your Technic today, huh? Get your Technic shot, your Technic shot. Gotta have fun. Don't want to make these boring. I think I forgot to put those slopes on there, on that other piece, because I see those sitting right there. There we go. Those are kind of tough to put in. Alright. And then now, these go like that, and they go in here. Okay, I see. See how that is there? We'll snap that right in there. Okay. Alright. Kind of clever there. I wish I'd have got the other big fig, but wasn't that awesome. Yeah, I forgot to put these in here. Let's put those in real quick while we're here. Okay. Forgot those. Hey, it's okay to forget things. I forget things all the time. So I always tell you guys now to watch the video all the way through. Alright, and then we're just putting this goofy little totem pole together. Got some nice magenta studs. And then that's it, and then this part goes here. And then let's start up here first. And then I'm just going to line this up and wiggle it in. That's not going anywhere. That's what we have remaining for bag 1. And now we got to plant this in here like this. So now we know that the arms are going to attach to that. And I think the safest way to press this thing down is right here. Okay, it didn't break, so obviously I did it right. That's pretty seamless in there. Not too bad at all. Push that right down in there. Yeah, and that's what your torso, or part of it's supposed to look like. Well, it's starting to look like something now, but it doesn't look like Santa Claus. Okay, bag 2. We're getting close to the mystery bag. See, on this channel here, I don't hide anything. We keep it raw here. Sometimes these paper bags are they're more of a demon in disguise, because it's like, oh, you know. All right. So it looks like we're continuing on with the front and the top portion of the torso. So let's begin here. Let's build it. Hey, I enjoy putting stuff together. Now I'm going to start declaring this stuff more as work. I had somebody got mad at me today because I didn't have a tutorial up fast enough. Where's my tutorial? I've been waiting. Getting really demanding. So now I'm like, well, you can I can jump. Now I'm just gotten to the point I can jump to it, but I have to charge a consignment fee, and it keeps them quiet. You know. Oh, I could use these. Oh, and speaking of that, for people who put up with my rants for so long, I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. In addition to that, you get to see all those tutorials early. So for those who have said, Jay, do you have a tutorial? It might be on there. I want to thank my Patreon supporters. That's always a nice treat to see new names, as well as my Rebrickable customers. So that's even better. And yeah, it's always cool to have that, because those funds go for not building sets, but building fun things like restaurants and houses and stuff. Basically, right now I can't take any time off because I'm swamped with work and stuff. So that'll be a big help. Okay, well, that answered our question. There's the printed piece right there. Yeah. I prefer these printed. And yeah, yes, it makes the sets more expensive, but you know what? Would I be able to put that on there without any air bubbles? No. The only thing I'm getting dinged off right now is some of the set is kind of brittle with the arms. So, instructions are easy to follow. I'm not getting lost. Not too bad. And if it's my mistake, it's my mistake. I'll man up to it. Alright, we're looking for a brick with 2 studs. And then we're setting these on top here. What happened? We don't have those in red? What a pity. And a 1x2 plate. I say, Lego, you know they make a piece, but no, this piece is a little different. Goes right there. And 2 red column bricks. I got a bunch of these column bricks. I don't like using them all that much. They're good for like quick builds or something, but you know, for me, not too bad. Now for a set like this, I'm probably going to do a 360 spin and bring it up close to the camera, point out some things. I don't think I'm going to do close-ups on this one. I haven't figured that out yet. Still trying to figure out all the details. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And we got to tile off the top of the torso, and that's where the head goes on. So I thought there'd be a big giant stud there. And I'm sure his head was going to be fixed anyway since he's got a beard. I'm going to start sorting out parts because I'm trying to find some tiles. Alright, there's that one. Oh, I see the other one. That's not it, but that is it. Yeah, it rained the other day. It's supposed to rain again today, but I don't know. It looks pretty clear out there. I think we're done with the rain. It's humid, but it was nice. I fell asleep to the rain last night, which is really cool, and that's the torso. Obviously, we're not done with it yet. We're missing a few things here, probably for the beard. It feels like it has a little weight to it, but not too much. But I'm not dissatisfied with that at all. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, now it looks like we're working on the upper portion of the legs with the mechanics. So let's get on with that. Alright. Jay, sometimes you get a little involved in sets. It depends on the build. You know, first impressions usually is what I'm looking at here. And something like this, am I interested in upscaled minifigures? No. But the box caught my attention, and we'll start with that. Okay, it looks like it'd be a fun build, so we're, you know, okay, let's see how well the build goes. And tonight we are going to have bacon sandwiches, and I was like, before we have dinner tonight, I need to get going on filming projects, you know, because I'm getting behind on things. You know, this memory card has been saying 1 hour and 2 minutes for the last couple of times. I got to make sure it's recording and not doing something silly, but the light's on. If I ever had to, if this was ever corrupted to the point, I would just film it on my other camera and just do the quick review on it and be done with it. Lego just wants me to do reviews. They don't care about the builds. The builds are my treat. They don't require me to do builds. I do this to share my ideas, thoughts, and opinions with you guys and gals. You know, look how bright and colorful this looks. This is going to be a fun one, huh? We're having. I'm going to be honest with you. The colors, even though these are not colors we're going to see on the outside, it's pulling my attention. We got purple here. I mean, we got it's colorful. If I were building this, it'd probably be gray or white inside, you know. But Lego really pulled this one off. This one's colorful. It's pulling my attention into the build. And that's what I call build experience. What's my build experience like? Is it grabbing my attention or is it putting me to sleep? This one here is something I'm not too interested in, but it's pulling me into the build. I'm getting engaged. I'm connecting with the build. That's what I'm saying. And okay, you're going to have to flip that upside down here. But when you hear me say that, at least I'm not lying to you. Alright, so we're using a glider plate here, and it goes like this, and this just sits in there. This doesn't snap. That's what they asked for here. But don't move that because we're going to have to make 2 of these support things. But look at the colors, though. I mean, we're the guts of this thing, and I'm going to use the word guts. For those who are sensitive on that, I'm sorry, but the guts are just random colors. If you've seen some of my mocks are like that. My campground, if you watch my campground builds, it's all just random colors underneath. No one's ever going to see it. But just this alone, it's just colorful. It's not bland. I doubt we're going to see that purple there. So now we have studs on the bottom, we have studs on the top. Not too bad at all. And I may, I'm thinking I may film this whole thing today and just kind of breeze through it. I got to make sure I have enough memory card. Right now I'm processing the last part of the elements, the mineral collection, which wasn't too fun, and I'm also doing one of the Star Wars Christmas sets. That one wasn't too fun either. It was okay. The build was okay. You know, it wasn't something I would buy, but this one here, this would be a good set to purchase for the family, but I don't think this one's collaborative by any means at all. Okay, we got that going there. Okay, now it looks like we're building the frame that goes around the top here. So let's get going on that one, folks. Put that over there. Let's bring all this over here. So I'm pleased with the quality of the set. I'd say is average, but I'm pleased with the build experience. That's really good. It's taken my mind off of sweating like a hog because it's like 90% humidity right now. It's like right now I feel like I'm in a sauna. And these hot lights are not helping one bit, but we're going to plow through this one. Even with the air going in the dehumidifier, I mean, I can only run that thing for so long before the electric bill gets atrocious, so I have to turn it off. When I turn it on, then it gets, in some rooms of the house, it's just dry. The air's just so dry. So, and I got to have the door closed in here. Okay. You know, I can come in and do half and half now, but I think what I'm going to do is stick with bags 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's better because 5 and 6 does the head. I think we'll lean with that there. I'd like to see what bag 7 does. So if you want to know what bag 7 is, well, we'll find out what it does here eventually. We'll get there. And we got Technic. Oh no! We're working to it. Jay, you and that Technic. Now we're going to have to do it. And this goes in like this. Huh? Oh, I guess it just sits in there. Just set it in there, don't move it. And wait. Whoa. No, it does sit in there. My bad, I wasn't paying attention. Like that. And you're going to have to hold that for a moment. Put your tiles in there. Okay. Alright. It's starting to look like a torso or some legs now, doesn't it? And then now you got to do it with a 1-to-1. So they want this axle right smack dab in the middle. I'm sure eyeballing it will be fine. I'm eyeballing it with this down here. Well, maybe I shouldn't because it's odd. Usually yellow, they're usually odd. Yeah, it's a 9 stud. Well, let's just make sure here. Yeah, looks pretty good. The camera's distorting it, but we're pretty much in the middle there. Maybe a little tweaking up there. There we go. That takes care of that. And then now we got to add the ball joints to this for the legs. So let's slip these in here like that. Doesn't have the ear. I guess Lego, what happened? The ear went on vacation. Let's just make 4 of these because you got to. And then these go in here. Well, let's see if I can get that in there. I know it goes in there. Alright. It is very hot today. Not hot enough to go in the pool. The pool's sitting at 80 degrees now. It's starting to cool down a little bit. The pool was hitting at 90 a few days, but this summer was very mild. It wasn't that bad this summer. Usually it's about 120 out here. This year it wasn't too bad. We didn't have a whole lot of 100 days. I mean, we had a bunch, but not like we usually do. Of course, summer starts late out here now. It's starting later and later because of global warming. And we're mostly getting tropical weather now. So it's getting to be more like Hawaii out here soon. I've never been to Hawaii, so now we know what it's like. Maybe that's what it is in Hawaii, I don't know. I know in Hawaii they don't have air conditioning, and I don't think they have heating in their houses too, because it's always warm there. And then now we have to get these two pieces acquainted with each other, and that's where that snaps in like that. So we just plug that in. I don't think it matters which way it goes. And yeah, I was hoping, I mean, this plugs in at the very end, but if this was a separate piece, because I'm sure, you know, that comes out. This could have been a modular build. The way the book is written up, I doubt it. I think person 1 could build this, person 2, and then... Now, yeah, we'll get to that topic here in the next installment, but I'll answer it now. And I know Janet was asking, why don't people take turns? Well, the whole point about it is everybody builds on the same project together. Not one person watches while the other person builds. That's not fun, you know. That's why it's like, why don't they do that? Well... It's more about sharing the build with the family. Everybody should sit down and we all should build and talk about vacation or holiday plans, that kind of thing. And yeah. Summation of thoughts. I am pretty pleased with the build so far. Like I said, this wasn't something I was too interested in. I was kind of just looking at the box going, I don't know. But yeah, it's not bad. But what does bag 7 do? We don't know. I'm kind of tempted. Let's see here. It doesn't really show. I do see something in there. A white piece. And some tiles. I don't know. Let me go back. Let me check the back of the book one more time here. Like I said, though, I'd like to, you know, really get into these builds. Unless it's one for Mrs. Claus. That would be fine. I'm going through it very slowly, so... but I'm pretty pleased with the outcome so far. I'm not bored of it. I'm not depressed of it. Yeah, it just stops at bag 6, so bag 7, we don't know yet. We don't know. But honestly, though, it's starting to look like something. Well, it's looking like a minifigure. Well, tell me what you think so far.